Good evening, I'm Prasad and this is Kinitv News. Amidst uncertainty, government spokesperson Fahmi refrains from discussing the admission of two Bersatu lawmakers into Pakatan Harapan following their automatic termination from Bersatu.
Communications Minister Fahmi said there has been no discussion about admitting Tanjung Karang MP Zulkifli Hanafi and Selat Kelang Assembly person Abdul Rashid Asari into Pakatan Harapan. This came after Bersatu announced the party membership for the two had been automatically terminated. When asked by reporters today, Fahmi said they needed to get clarification on a few things first.
Kita belum lagi bincang perkara ini dan ia belum ada apa-apa keputusan. Jadi kita tunggu dulu dan it's a developing story. Jadi we are not sure of the full facts. Jadi kita nak dapatkan pengesahan beberapa perkara dulu.
Yesterday, Bersatu Secretary General Hamzah Zainudin said the two had ceased being Bersatu members after attending a Pakatan Harapan campaign event in Kuala Kubu Baharu last night. Hamzah said based on Bersatu's constitution, they automatically ceased to be members. He added that as per the anti-hopping law, they must also relinquish their seat.
So how did the two Bersatu lawmakers end up facing the boot from Bersatu, sparking a frenzy over their seats? This is after they cozied up to Pakatan Harapan during a campaign event in Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Tanjung Karang MP Zulkifli Hanafi and Selat Kelang Assembly person Abdul Rashid Asari has ceased to be Bersatu members after they attended a Pakatan Harapan campaign event in Kuala Kubu Baharu last night. This is according to Bersatu Secretary General Hamzah Zainudin. Hamzah reportedly said that the duo must now vacate their seats to make way for by-elections in their constituencies. Free Malaysia Today quoted Hamzah as saying that the two spoke on the Harapan stage during the KKB campaign. He said, based on Bersatu's constitution, their membership is automatically terminated. Hamzah added that they have ceased to be party members, so as per the law, they must also relinquish their seats. He said that the duo's membership termination letters will be issued after the Bersatu Supreme Council meeting next week. Zulkifli is among 6 Bersatu MPs who previously pledged support for Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, citing the well-being of their constituents. Rashid, meanwhile, backed Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Shari in the State Legislative Assembly. Free Malaysia Today had reported that during the ceramah, Zulkifli urged voters to back Harapan candidate Pan Soktau in the May 11th by-election, as they should learn from his experience. Rashid, meanwhile, has been seen supporting Harapan's campaigns in the by-election over the past week and is also expected to join the government's grand finale ceramah tonight.
JDT has been declared the winner of the Charity Shield for the 7th consecutive time, even before the scheduled game tomorrow, after Selangor FC withdrew from the match, citing safety concerns.
The Selangor football team has withdrawn from the scheduled Charity Shield game against JDT at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in Iskandar Putri tomorrow. In a statement, Selangor FC said the decision was made after much deliberation and discussion following a series of criminal incidents and recent threats involving players and team officials within just 72 hours. They stressed that the safety of the team is of utmost importance and they took all forms of violence and threats seriously. The club added that they will not compromise on matters related to the safety of the team. Last Sunday, Selangor FC winger Faisal Halim suffered an acid attack. Several other local football players were also attacked by unknown persons. It is understood that the Malaysian Football League had rejected Selangor's request to postpone the match and decided to proceed as scheduled. Meanwhile, JDT CEO Alistair Edwards expressed his team's disappointment with Selangor's withdrawal. He said this was as the Inspector General of Police and the Johor Police Chief had assured that the safety of the teams, players and fans would be prioritized and that police presence would be tripled to 1,500 personnel. She shared that JDT had been attacked in hostile environments in Pahang, Perak and Kelantan in the past, but still travelled and played those matches under increased police presence.
While some have criticised Selangor FC's decision to withdraw from the match against JDT, the club's decision has received royal backing.
Selangor ruler Sultan Sharfuddin Idris Shah has backed Selangor FC's decision not to participate in an upcoming match with JDT for the Charity Shield's 2024 event. This came following a series of criminal incidents and recent threats involving several of the team's players and officials within just 72 hours. The ruler also expressed disappointment with the Malaysian Football League for rejecting Selangor FC's appeal for the games to be postponed. Speaking via the Selangor Royal Office Facebook, the Sultan said as the patron of Selangor FC, the decision made by the team is apt given the incidents that had occurred to the players. He added that as of now, their priority must be to ensure the safety of the players and not win a cup. Sultan Sharifuddin added that apart from safety concerns, the Selangor team's morale was also affected after the assault on Selangor FC winger Faisal Halim. With that, the ruler urged everyone to stop any form of violence involving sports. The ruler said, unlike previous incidents, this is a serious matter and it took place close to an upcoming match. Sultan Sharifuddin also said that Selangor FC is ready to face any action following their decision to not participate in the tournament.
A Selangor MP's aide has fired back at a former DAP lawmaker's claims, citing a recent meetup with Indian leaders with promises to tackle citizenship issues and boost community support. The political drama heats up in KKB. If you'd like more news like this, subscribe now to Malaysia Kini and support independent media.
Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Syari's aide, JJ Dennis, has responded to former DAP lawmaker Charles Santiago over his remarks that there was no indication that Amiruddin would meet with disgruntled Indian voters. JJ told Malaysia Kini that Amiruddin, together with Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, met with 120 Indian leaders from Hulu Selangor who represented various NGOs, residents' associations and education groups yesterday evening. He said Saifuddin had reiterated that the federal government's commitment to resolve the issue of citizenship applications, especially among the Indian community. He added that Amiruddin had also expressed his administration's resolve to continue assisting the community in education, economy, employment, and places of worship. JJ stressed that even before this allegation arose, Amiruddin invited the leaders of the former workers from 5 estates in Kuala Selangor and Hulu Selangor to understand their desired solution in terms of housing. Elaborating on the closed-door meeting yesterday, he said it was arranged to obtain feedback on the shortcomings in terms of service at the state and federal levels, as well as to discuss how to overcome these issues. Yesterday, Malaysia Kini had reported that Charles said that he was still being flooded with requests for a meeting from those on the ground. Previously, in a separate statement, Charles had said that he hoped Amiruddin will take up the request for a meeting.
Charles Santiago slams rhetoric over real action as a Selangor MP's aide fires back in a war of words. While promises fly, Charles demands substance over spectacle.
Charles Santiago said the Indian community needs real solutions to their plight instead of empty rhetoric. He said this in response to Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Syari's aide, JJ Dennis. In a post on X, Charles said it is easy to gloss over with vague words and promises to look into issues are even easier. He pointed out that these problems are decades long and questioned what the tangible solutions proposed were. He said they shouldn't vomit rhetoric and should provide real answers. Yesterday, JJ accused Charles of painting an inaccurate picture about his boss not meeting with Indian voters in Kuala Kubu Baharu to address their grievances. He told Malaysia Kini that the MP, together with Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, met with 120 Indian leaders from Hulu Selangor, who represented various NGOs, residents' associations, and education groups late yesterday evening in a closed-door meeting. He said this proves that Charles' allegations that the Selangor Menteri Besar not meeting with Indian voters is a lie and not reflective of the real situation. Meanwhile, Charles urged JJ to mind his language and called upon the former to be transparent about the timelines and detail that was discussed in the closed-door meeting. While he understands the need to plug holes in haze, Charles said JJ should reveal what was discussed in the meetings and lay out plans to mitigate grievances. He said this is especially so after he claims the MB has had ongoing meetings.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.